right. This is Black Half Blind Billionaire. I am so excited. Before I introduce my next guest, I got a little story to tell. I'm going to be quick. Trust me, I've been practicing.
Not practice.
Anyway, in Queens, where I grew up at, if I'm looking from Manhattan out to Long Island, Queens has 3 projects when it starts. You got Astoria projects, you got Queensbridge projects, you got Ravenswood projects. Right in between them, there's a Roosevelt Island Bridge. And as kids, we used to go outside to play. Y'all remember those? And we went out, me and my boys, we used to walk to Roosevelt Island Bridge, walk over to Roosevelt Island to play ball, because the courts were better. It wasn't no broken glass on the basketball court, right? And what we did was, we used to play ball over there, and we met these guys, Drew and Todd. They were brothers. And after a few weeks goes by, Drew goes to us and he goes, yo, you know, I'm in a rap group, and it's doing really well. And we was like, you know, everybody talking about they're going to be a rapper. So we was like, oh, okay, cool. Because back then, rap didn't even come on the radio, right? It had to be like after hours, right?
Facts.
So anyway, a couple of weeks go by, and we hear Drew's rap group.
Rap Attack.
By the way, Drew's name was Grandmaster D. His rap group was Houdini. So we said, they're in a rap group that's on the radio. We can do it. So me and my boys, we started a rap group. And we got this song. They said, Mark, you go to high school in Manhattan. You're the only one to go to high school in Manhattan. You could give the demo tapes out. So that's what I was doing. I was giving the demo tapes out. I ran into a guy that said, look, what y'all need some girls on the hook. Y'all need some girl singers on the hook. So what I do? I go, at my project building, I go to the pretty girls in the project building, right?
Come on, pretty girls.
Right next to the project building, I don't know if you remember this day, but I walk up to a young lady named Tasha. I should give her a handle, right? And a young lady named Riggy. And I said, can you sing this? Poverty, it affects you and me. They looked at each other laughing like, that's so easy. And they sang it, and they sang it so beautiful, it's like everything went in slow motion. The birds were flying in slow motion. And I said, all right, we gotta do something. Well, fast forward the story. Of course, me and my boys, we never made it to the radio. But that one girl, let me tell you what she did. She connected with a man named Dougie Fresh later on. She made a bunch of songs. Where I Want to Be, Boy. I'm going to go through the list now. She made songs. I didn't know you made a song with Jaheim.
You about to make me cry.
That was beautiful.
Tissue on the set, please.
She did a song called Sugar Hill with AZ that was Grammy nominated. She's been all over the world. She done Grammys, Essence Awards, BET Awards. She actually produces her own concerts. She wrote 2 books. Have You Met Miss Jones? The Life and Times of a Radio Diva. She went to the radio, 30 years in the radio. The first syndicated African-American
Black woman. Say black.
Woman.
We ain't doing African American. First black woman to do syndicated morning radio.
Yeah, I'm going to let her take it. 30 years syndicated. She holds the record. She was on Hot 97.
Power 99.
Power 99, the beat.
103.9, the beat.
The beat in Philly. And now she's at 94.7 The Block. Y'all want more? I'm going to give you more. I'm going to give you more. She actually is credited, DJ Envy even said it, for help launch his career in radio, right? The mayor has her number on, she has his number on speed dial. She actually roasted him. Right? I seen that. That was funny too. And now she has a podcast. She produces her own concert called Pink Champs. Multiple recordings, multiple concerts.
Thank you, Mark. No, you don't have to thank you.
Let me just say this. We are proud of you. And I love you. My sis.
I've always felt the love from you. From day one, you believed.
Yes. And I told myself I wasn't going to cry.
And I'm crying. I need tissue on the set. That's my one diva move. Right, look. And then it comes. Look, we can go. Look, we're important now. Look, tissue on the set. We get tissue on the set. I'll split it with you.
Nice. My
Mark?
sis, from another Miss, I'm going to combine the names. Miss Jonesy, let's give it up.
I'm so happy to be here. I'm proud of you. Thank you for. It's been a journey.
You did a lot.
And we don't take time to, like you just took me back and I was like, oh shit, he did call me and Riggy. We were sitting on the benches. And he came around and was singing a song and we're like, what? Of course we can sing that. That's like, what?
Yep.
Poverty, it affects you and me. Poverty, then wherever we be.
Marcus should get some type of royalties.
A publishing deal. Don't look at me. I'm still fighting Stepson Records. But
Stepson Records. Oh my God. Remember we met Mark Stevens?
Shaka Khan's brother. You introduced me to Shaka Khan's brother.
Yeah. He was like playing the bass.
But I think he did drugs too.
And Tasha was like, you play the bass good. He was like, I'm Shaka's brother. She said, what? And then you started singing the Papillon song. You don't remember that?
Son, Papillon.
All right, let me get to my question.
All right, sorry, go ahead.
I'll get to my question. All right. First question. When did you know that you had something different? Because everybody can sing. There's people that sing better than Luther on a train. When did you know you had that difference? Like, when did you know something cool?
Can I tell you?
Yes.
When fucking Mary started winning. And I said, oh, what? Look, to this day, I'm like, I just challenged her to a battle. Because I said, and you can't sing none of your songs because your songs are hits. Mine, maybe not so much.
Right. Oh, she can't sing her songs.
I mean, no, she can't. Not in this battle. We have to sing, like, songs of the legends. Like, we have to sing Shaka songs, Stephanie songs. Like, we have to.
That's good. You challenge her. That's funny.
No, that's stupid. It's so dumb. I'll never win. She's got popularity. I'll never win. But
Right.
When did I know? I think I knew when I was able to actually pay my rent off of my songs and doing shows.
Wow. Yeah. Where I want
to be, boy. Yeah, that's when you know. Calling all ladies. And that's my comeback. Because so I only started the radio because I was doing records. And they invited me.
TV2, Channel 11.
I'm on Pix 11.
Shooch on Pix 11.
Come on, get your Jonesy's shoes. Thursdays at 9:15.
She got a song with them, Life Party.
So
I did my homework.
I know. I'm appreciative and thankful. First of all, it's a pleasure being back home and being with the family. And everybody that was up there, Sherry, Rasheen, Dita, everybody, Mandel. I'm like, oh my God. Well, we came from nothing.
We appreciate you.
All we had was dreams.
That's right.
And each other encouraging a dream.
Right.
No one was hating. I mean, there's always bitches in the back hating.
Yeah, always.
But for the most part, we represented the collective of Astoria Projects. You know what I mean?
Right.
And Queensbridge had Marley Marl, they had Shantae, and we were like climbing for that success. And then we had Casanova Rudd, Super Lover C.
Right, I was just on the phone with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I came along, but I had always, since like 4 years old, was always in the mirror with a brush trying to sing. So
Good stuff.
I feel like even though my songs may not have catapulted, and that was pretty much because the labels that you're on, if they don't.
Got a Grammy nomination.
Recently.
Sugar Hill.
Well, that's AZ. He chose correctly.
Right.
But it was hard, and our parents didn't believe in it because back then nobody black became a star singing unless you were Sammy Davis Jr. or Diane Carroll.
Right.
So you didn't get much encouragement. You might not have gotten the hate, but you didn't get much encouragement because they didn't know what that looked like. You know what I mean? They were like, go to school, study, get a city job or a state job, and you'll be great. And then things shifted, and when I came, when I left for college, my father died.
Right.
And when I came home, my mom died 2 weeks later.
I miss Miss Jones. I miss her.
Thank you.
She loved you. She was the one that told us that we should start with the business manager.
She always knew. She said, my gut. She left me a letter. on her deathbed, she left all me and my 2 sisters letters, and she said, "Don't give up. My gut tells me that you'll be a star one day."
Shout out to Marcy and Audrey.
Thank you. Thank you. And
we're family, y'all.
Yes, we are. And Terry and Christine.
Yeah,
Al,
there it is. Al.
Eric.
Yep.
Okay.
Don't forget about iced tea.
Never could. Not do though.
Yeah.
But every day it never ends, because every day you have to keep on reinventing. And now with social media, we didn't have social media back then. So
well, let's talk about that.
Yeah.
I want to talk about that. Because I'm wondering, because you're doing TV, doing radio, you're producing. What's your work week like? Like, tell me what tomorrow, like, tell me about your work week. It's crazy, right?
It's crazy, but when I didn't have a work week and I was sick, I have a condition that I found out when I was 14.
Wow.
But it didn't overshadow my life. It's called amelioblastoma, and it's a tumor that invaded my jaw. So for those of you that are like, she looks like she had a stroke, she talks funny, it's because I have no jawbone. I have 2 titanium plates right here.
Oh, wow.
So my mouth swings, and this side of my face, the blood collects. So this looks more pouty than this side. Mm-hmm. This is the real skinny me. But because I have no bone for the blood to collect, it's always poutier. When it rains, it's more. I was never supposed to even have
Thank you for sharing that. I never knew that.
Because I didn't parade it, because I was like, I'm going to beat this. It's not going to stop me from singing.
Right.
But it totally should have stopped me from singing and broadcasting. And so now I look a little funny, but I'm at that age that I don't give a fuck.
She looks good, right, y'all? Yeah. She looks good.
Thank you. But you know how you have your own complexes?
Right. I know that.
You know that. So I kept, I kept going. So people don't know that. They don't know that struggle and that inner embarrassment. Or shame that I hold.
No, I keep going. I get it. And you know what's crazy in the blind community? My eyes been fucking up for 3 years now, right? And I realize there's a whole nother community, and that's going to kind of lead me to my next question, because as a blind person, we have these different conferences, right? And I'm at Helen Keller, and the young lady was telling me that she don't know if a man likes her, or they just like the security of her check that she gets every month. So my question to you is, and that's why blind people date blind people. That's why celebrities date celebrities.
And it sounds selfish,
but we get each other. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm asking you, how do you discern? Like, how do you know when somebody loves Tasha and not Miss Jonesy? How do you know when somebody really...
I don't. I just keep prenups on deck. Because I realize I don't know. I make bad decisions. And this is what's crazy, Mark. When my life is going well, I get caught up in a one-night love affair and assume that's the person.
Right.
As you grow old and those bones get aged and you're tired of doing the lifting of a wife and a husband... You're like, you're not pulling your weight. What are you really here for?
Right.
And you have to come to those difficult conclusions, but hopefully you come out on the other side.
Yeah, because you can hear, like, if a guy's like, I'm dating Jonesy. I'm dating Jonesy.
Yeah, and that's why ain't nobody dating me, because I ain't fucking with y'all. Because you ain't love me during my Precious, don't love me during my Beyonce, bitch. My phone is popping. We're going to take a break. I got to answer my phone.
I love her. All right, we're back from break. You can tell this is family, y'all. I love this lady. I love this lady right here. You are a blessing. You don't understand, and I appreciate.
You believed in me before I believed in me, Mark.
So just like we hold each other's hand, we're gonna hold each other's hand again. That's it.
Always. We never stop.
I want to be on Pink Champs too. Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
That's it.
I need your camera people. I had to stop because
they tough. Shout out to Versus Productions.
I had a beef with the guy that was doing my. Can I talk about the beef?
Yeah.
So I hired this guy that was great. He came out of the Naughty by Nature camp, He was wonderful, proactive, and then we did the I'm a 90s Girl concert, and I said, I need you to capture all the footage, like when the girls arrive.
That was good, though. I love that concert.
Thank you.
That was
we
beautiful.
had, but the behind the stage footage, because a lot of us never met each other in the 90s.
Ooh.
You got Gina Thompson coming off her plane, Jade coming off her plane, Yvette Michelle coming off her plane. I'm like, get this footage of all of us meeting for the first time.
Right.
He fumbled the play. So Pink Champs has been on the shelf until I said, let me get it together so it's reflective of what it really should be.
We're back. Pink Champs and Black Half Blind Billionaire. We're going to do it up.
We are.
That leads me to my next question, because what I know about you, you have a charm about you, right? I don't know if you realize that, but when you came in, Nia and Lauren, they said, oh, she's so great because of who you are. We all got our strengths and weaknesses, right? I got a cousin over there that his strength, he can tell when somebody's a bullshit artist. He got discernment. But guess what his weakness is?
What's that?
He can tell when somebody's a bullshit artist. So he's always on alert.
The gift of the curse.
The strength and the weakness is usually the same thing. I love to talk. It's my weakness also. Shut up, Mark.
But you're a great orator. You are great.
What's your strength and your weakness?
Good question.
I'm doing my homework, y'all. I'm doing my homework.
No, that's beyond. That's why he wound up at the good high schools. That's why he was on honor roll.
Shout out to Murray Bertram.
Yeah. When everybody else was going to Bryant, no shade. He was out of going to Murray Bertram. My strength, my weakness. I don't know. I feel like when mommy died, I was just out in the world untethered. And when you're untethered, whatever has the greatest gravity pulls you.
Right.
So maybe me being able to chameleonize to whatever pulled me, right?
Right.
Adjusting to whatever. My weakness, I'm a petty bitch. That's Scorpio energy. And you know, come on, shout out to, I'm a petty motherfucker. I'm still beefing at bitches in the first grade. And Goosey. And Goosey. We were friends, and you wanted to fight me. Why?
Yeah, we peoples.
So I got beef in first grade.
Oh man. You know what I want to hear?
That's so bad.
You know what I want to hear? I want to hear. Give me your. This is gonna be a good one. You can give me more than one. Give me your craziest story. This is gonna be good.
From. All right, because I feel this is feeling very Drink Champsy right here. You realize that you're very Drink Champs, right?
we both
have our drinks.
Yeah.
From what perspective? You have to tell me. And there's so many different areas of life. You want high school. You want grown. You want.
I want celebrity. I want Miss Jonesy. I want something that wouldn't just happen to just anyone. And you like, did that just happen?
Okay, so in that spirit, do you want recent, or do you want when I was on top of the world, Hot 97, Miss Jonesy?
She wanted me to say either or. I said yes. Both.
So, I think this is hard. So I was married, and I don't want to say I married the wrong person.
We could change the names, you know.
I wouldn't even say the name because that energy gives that.
Okay. Right. You don't want to do that.
Right.
Don't give them
and I don't ever want to shame my son because.
Right.
You know what I mean? He was meant to be with who the.
He's a big boy. I seen him. He was here years ago. He's big. So I know he's big now.
He's amazing.
Right.
But sometimes. So I never envision. When you think of domestic violence, you don't necessarily consider it to be you because you grew up fighting in them. Goosey. You grew up fighting Goosey. So how do you wind up being the victim of domestic violence? You know what I mean? And so I fight back. I'm never going to be a victim.
Right.
But if you're not aware of the games that people play, you can wind up in jail. But the petty Scorpio in me is like, all right, you played the game. You told the cops, oh, this is Miss Jones in the morning. She don't fuck with cops. she did this to me, she did that. And they're happy to cart me away.
Right.
But then I make a call, and the beatbox, Dougie Fresh, is like, I'm sending the bail. You'll be home in an hour. Nice. If you want to go home in an hour. If not.
Because a lot of times you don't even know you're being abused.
You don't realize. I knew.
Right.
But it was stupid. It's like, I'm just simply asking you to do your part as a husband. Like, do your part, and you doing reckless shit, but because you already got 2 strikes. Damn. And this third one is going to take you away, you're sacrificing me.
Right. Right.
So I never thought I would be.
And it's scary because, especially with us, we don't trust cops. They're quick with the trigger. But at the same time, you start realizing it's him or me.
That's what he said. Right. But I'm from the other side of, nigga, you know it was you. You
right,
know this was all you.
Right, right.
But it made me stronger. And it made me be aware that there are people like him that still exist in the world and that don't want to take accountability and never rise to the occasion. And bitch, I hope you're fucking watching.
He will be. Hey.
Just like you be watching me on Queen's Flip, and don't think that I don't know that your friends called him and tried to have your side of the story. Bitch, there is no your side of the story.
Hey, I want to give it back to you.
Mark is getting me triggered today.
I want to give it back to you for sharing, right? That I appreciate you.
I mean,
appreciate
I don't know
you,
if I should. I never want to
shame
shame my sons, though.
No, I got that part. And guess what? They love their dad, but they love their mother as well. And they want their mother to be safe. You understand?
It's
important
Trust me. For your mom to be
Mama's
safe.
Boy. Daddy's girl, mama's boy.
Yeah.
You understand?
And I never talk against the dads. I never do that.
Right.
But I can't imagine them not picking up the energy of, it's difficult because I waited until I was 35 to have my first son.
Right.
Because we were raised to, you get married, you have kids, and I'm waiting until I think I'm finding the right person.
Right.
And then you're still a scumbag. So,
damn.
But it's me. You know, I chose because I wanted to be married. And you were my boyfriend at the time. I wanted a wedding. A lot of women, we want the day, and we make excuses for the guy, and we, you know what I mean? We overcompensate, and then I'm just
the ring bearer, the flower girl.
We want the day. We want the day. And then we look back and we're like, this nigga don't want to work. He don't want to do this. He don't want to do that. And then you're ashamed. So you stay in some shit that ain't shit. Because you're embarrassed to admit to your friends that you made the wrong choice. But I'm just, I guess because I came from nothing.
Him? Right, I got you.
Yeah, right.
Right.
When you come from nothing, you feel like you have nothing to lose. Because at least coming from nothing, you know that you got the people that grew up with you that knew you from Nikki.
Right.
Right?
You was Nikki. Yeah, you're right.
And if you still got that, you can rebuild some stuff and maybe tap into who Nikki was and see without the shiny stars and the radio stations and the record deals and all those things and the marriage certificate, who you're really posed to be.
Right, because that's that celebrity. Like, you know, we was at a party the other day, and when you walked in, 3 people came to me and say, you know, Jonesy's here. You understand what I'm saying? So I know it's tough for you when it comes to that, right?
That's why, Mark, I separate myself. If you notice, I don't have a crew. It be me. It was me in the Sprinter today, ladies and gentlemen. It was me in a 13-passenger Sprinter. Bouncing up and down because I was sitting in the back.
Right.
Against all the things Rosa Parks, bouncing up and down, and my back was. But I don't roll with a crew because I can't afford to have all these different energies that may or may not be for me.
Right.
Because bitches could smile in your face and be against you. So I'd rather not even take the risk. God bless me with a second call at the bar. So let me just be me. And let my energy be what it is. You have people around you, and they'll be smiling in your face, and everybody's not for you.
You ain't never lie.
And then you block your blessings because that one bitch that's in your Sprinter, she's against you, and then her energy ruins it all because the universe don't discern.
Right, but I'm sorry to stop you, but you know what's crazy about that? It's always that person next to you, right? I guess those are ones that know the most about you. Maybe,
or the enemy works through them. If they're not grounded in spirituality, the enemy finds the weakest link to work through you, right?
That's deep.
And you don't know because they might not even know that they're not grounded as much as they should be.
They got somebody else.
Yep.
Right.
But that's why I say fuck everybody. Nobody's getting a Sprinter.
High five to fuck everybody. All right.
Yeah. Fuck everybody all the time.
But you know what though?
All the
Like
time.
I want to say this. I said it before. I'm gonna say it again. You know, we're proud of you.
I'm proud of you. Let's be proud of each other.
Yes.
Because you've come a long way. Mark didn't tell me about the benefits and all the things at Verizon. He had me over at AT&T, and now he's the billionaire. But I've forgiven you, Mark. No, but I'm proud of you because
But
you didn't have to be on this side of things.
Right.
You could have victim. Oh my God, I'm blind.
But what
I can't do. And
I get that. And sometimes I do get upset. I'm not gonna lie. I'm human. But like you said, what we're gonna do? Just play the victim all day long? Like,
some people do.
Yeah.
Not this Scorpio energy. Come on. No Aries, no Taurus. Y'all not built like us. Come on. Sorry, Rashid. And we love you.
Sorry, Dina.
Come on, sorry, Dina. We love y'all.
Their birthday's on the same day.
Oh, wow. Y'all still ain't fucking with no Scorpios. Like me and Mark. We're crazy. And we love you for dealing with us.
Yeah.
What's Brenda crazy?
What does Tasha tell the next Tasha coming up in the projects? Not the one that got the father playing basketball and give them all the studio time they want. What does Tasha tell the next Tasha coming up in the projects, in the hood, in Queensbridge, in Astoria? What does Tasha tell the next Tasha?
And I don't even know if that's a great question, but I don't even know if I'm the person to be answering because I'm still...
because you had adversity.
Yeah, but I had trauma. But I had trauma because of my trauma. I'm saying don't trust no bitch. Don't trust no guy. Don't trust no nigga, no bitch. Trust in you. Because when they're gone...
Right. It's the person in the middle.
Right. Your ribs are touching. You are the one that is responsible for making sure that you and yours are taken care of, whatever that looks like to you. So, but you should be able to love. You should be able to trust. You should be able to have a family, all those things. Just don't fall under the guise of, oh, you're 25, you should be married, you should have kids and all those things, right?
Right.
Be true to who you are and who you were as an innocent child and what those dreams were. And don't give up on those dreams. And don't fall into the stereotype of you need to be doing this by this age and that by that age because it happens when it's supposed to happen.
You ain't never lie.
Right?
You ain't never lie. Let's give it up for Ms. Jones. We're gonna wrap up, but I want to ask this one last question because this is gonna be probably the hardest question.
But we need part 2. I'm coming back.
Yeah,
I'm coming back.
Right.
Fuck the Sprinter. All the things. I'm driving back. We're gonna do part 2.
I want to ask you the hardest question. And the reason why it's the hardest question because you done did everything. You done wrote books.
Yeah.
You done had Grammy nominations. You done produced concerts. You're on TV. What's next?
So, I'm glad you asked. No. So I got on pitch because,
Yeah.
I pitched them a daytime talk show idea and they
Jonesy's
loved
Juke
it.
on Thursdays.
Right, Thursdays 9:15. But originally I pitched them an hour-long daytime talk show and they loved it. And then they circled back, but they were like, we don't have the budget to produce it. So can you just come and do this entertainment? Let's just get you in here.
Right.
So hopefully what's next is the daytime talk. And to the Wendy fans, it's not like the Wendy show. It's nothing like that. Get that out your heads. It's nothing like that. Wendy and our friends, and because we're both black women that came up at the same time, you think that I'm trying to compete. We have always been different energies, which is why we were able to be friends. Because she knows I wasn't trying to be what she is. So I look forward to presenting the daytime talk. I'll let you know when it's going to happen.
Right? It's going to happen, right?
Yay! Let's manifest it. So yeah, that and let my kids, live their best lives trauma-free or minimally trauma-free.
Go Sun Devils.
Yeah. I'm a mess as a mom, but the kids are the best part of us.
I think you did pretty well.
And you too. Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
All right, so listen, We're gonna sign off, but like she said, it's gonna be a part 2. I'm so excited,
Yes,
guys.
absolutely.
I can't wait to view this and the editing. And,
Me neither.
oh man, it's gonna be great.
Thank you for having me.
I love this young lady.
He took such good care of me to get me out here. That's why I'm coming back to do part 2, whenever you say.
Yes, most definitely. All right, guys, I'm signing off. Black, Half Blind Billionaire signing off. Podcast, I believe it's 4. Who cares? It's the best.
It's the beginning. Thank you. Appreciate you.
We love y'all, and like I always say, to be continued.
Thank you for having me.
Love y'all.
Proud of you. Thank you.
Thank you.